Good morning friends, today is 22nd April 2020 and in this video we are going to see all the important current affairs from 22nd April. Before starting today's video, we will quickly revise the questions asked in our last video. First question was, what is S&P Global Ratings revised growth rate forecast for India for financial year 2020-21? Answer is 1.8%. Recently, S&P, that is Standard and Poor's, has estimated India's growth rate for the financial year 2020-21 as 1.8%. Next question was, which Indian multinational motor company has recently acquired 122-year-old iconic British company Norton Motorcycle Limited for rupees 153 crore? Answer is TVS Motor. The concept Team Mask Force is associated with which of the following organizations? Team Mask Force is associated with BCCI, Board of Control for Cricket in India. Fourth question was, what is the name of mascot for 2020 Asian Para Games? Answer is Fifi. Fifi is a bird and it is the mascot for 2020's Asian Para Games, which are scheduled from 9 to 15 October 2022 in China. Next question was, who recently has launched Nearby Spot app to help users during lockdown? Answer is Google. Recently, Google has launched Nearby Spot app to help users during the lockdown. Sixth question was, which among the following has recently selected as the all-time best captain of IPL by Star Sports? Recently, Rohit Sharma and MS Dhoni have been selected as the all-time best captains in IPL by Star Sports. Answer will be option number 4, both 1 and 2. Seventh question was, from which of the following nations India has received 6.5 lakhs testing kits to fight against COVID-19? So recently, India has received 6.5 lakh testing kits from China. Which of the following day is celebrated as World Liver Day? Every year, 19th April is celebrated as World Liver Day. Which state has recently formed a committee to provide employment to the 5 lakh migrated laborers who reached during last 45 days in the state? Answer is Uttar Pradesh. And last question was, Sharat Kamal is associated with which sports? So Sharat Kamal is associated with table tennis. Answer will be table tennis. These were the questions asked in our last video. Now we'll start today's video. Our first question is, Narela Quarantine Center is located in dash. It is located in Delhi. Answer will be option number 2. Narela Quarantine Center. It is one of the biggest quarantine centers in India for handling suspected coronavirus cases, and recently it was in news because the Indian Army has taken over the daytime management of it. This is the first time that the army has taken control of any civilian quarantine center. Answer will be option number 2. Next question, which of the following day is celebrated as World Creativity and Innovation Day? Answer is option number 3, 21st April. Recently, 21st April is celebrated as World Creativity and Innovation Day by United Nations to raise awareness about the importance of creativity and innovation in problem solving with respect to advancing the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Answer is option number 3. Next question, Moon-jae-in is the president of which country? Answer is option number 3, South Korea. Moon-jae-in is the president of South Korea, and recently South Korea has conducted a parliamentary elections in South Korea, and in these elections Democratic Party of the President of South Korea, Moon-jae-in, has won the decisive victory. His party won 163 seats out of 300. Next question, how many cabinet ministers were induced into the new Madhya Pradesh cabinet on 21st April 2020? Answer is option number 1, 5. Recently, 5 cabinet ministers were sworn into the Madhya Pradesh cabinet on 21st of April 2020. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan was working alone till now since his oath taking ceremony on March 23rd. Answer is option number 1. Madhya Pradesh. Look into the map. This is Madhya Pradesh. Capital of Madhya Pradesh is Bhopal. Governor is Lalji Tandon and Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh is Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Next question, who has been appointed as the new secretary to President Ramnath Kovind? Answer is option number 2, Kapil Dev Tripathi. This is Kapil Dev Tripathi. He is the retired IAS officer of 1980 batch, and he recently has been appointed as the new secretary to President Ramnath Kovind. This appointment has been made on contract basis by the appointment committee of the cabinet headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently. Answer is option number 2. Next question, which country's president has decided to temporary suspend immigration amid COVID-19 outbreak? Answer is option number 2, United Nations. Recently, United Nations President Donald Trump has decided to temporarily suspend immigration to the United States over coronavirus concern. Trump stated that the decision was taken to protect the jobs of the American citizens. Answer is option number 2. Next, when is the National Civil Services Day observed? Answer is option number 3, April 21st. Every year, April 21st is celebrated as National Civil Services Day in India to motivate and appreciate the work and efforts of civil services officers. Answer is option number 3. Next question, which of the following day is celebrated as World Earth Day? Answer is option number 4, 22nd April. Every year, 22nd April is celebrated as World Earth Day to demonstrate support for environment protection from 1917. Next, recently, which country has projected Indian flag on Mount Matterhorn to send out a message of hope and strength to all Indians? Answer is option number 4, Switzerland. Recently, Indian flag made with lights was projected on the Matterhorn mountain by Swiss light artist Jerry Hofstetter to send out a message of hope and strength to all Indians in the fight against COVID-19. Answer is option number 4, Switzerland. Switzerland, look into the map. This is Switzerland. Capital is Bern. Chancellor is Corina Casanova and currency of Switzerland is Swiss franc. Now, answer of the question which was asked in last video. Question was, which state has become the first Indian state to initiate pool testing for COVID-19? Answer is option number 2, Uttar Pradesh. Recently, Uttar Pradesh has become the first Indian state to initiate pool testing for COVID-19. Now, today's question. Question is, what is the current reverse repo rate of India as announced by RBI recently? Options are 4.5%, 3.5%, 3.25 and 3.75%. If you know answer of this question, you can write it in the comment section below or we'll discuss the question in the next video.